Hello everyone, T Fox here, and today I'm going to make a review for Immortal Fenyx Rising. So I got this game for the PS5, and I always thought that you know I heard a lot of things about people saying, "Oh, it's a Zelda-like Breath of the Wild," to be more precise. It's like Breath of the Wild, da 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 da. So today I just want to give you my honest review, so you can make a decision and I can tell you exactly if it's worth it to buy it or not. So this is real talk. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just telling you directly as a gamer, is this worth it? So the gameplay you're seeing here is actually my gameplay from when I was streaming online. So uh, let me just okay. So here, the world of um, Immortal Phoenix Rising is really big. Like it looks. When I saw the map, I thought it was gonna be small or anything like this, but it's actually pretty big. I like this feature here, the way that you glide. In Breath of the Wild, you had the paraglider, and then it was kind of working in one sense. But this here, the wings, they work in a lot of different ways, and it makes it very fun. And you have a right now I have one pair of wings, but there's a lot of different types that you can get with different cosmetic looks, and personally I love it. So right now this is a new game plus. This game has a new game plus. So I put the difficulty at story, which is kind of like the for this video I put it on story, which is the easiest mode. And even though I'm on the easiest, you can see how this Minotaur attacked me and it reduced my health pretty quickly. So that's why I think that this game is actually worthwhile, because the story is fun, the graphics are fun. Any animals that you see, certain animals actually, you can tame them. So in this situation, I found this horse early on, and it had a lot of stamina. So as you can see, the way that you climb, that's the reason why people kept saying that, oh, it's like Breath of the Wild. Well, you know what? I can definitely say that this game is not like Breath of the Wild. There are certain aspects that makes it looks like, oh yeah, it's like Breath of the Wild, and is that a copy paste? It is not a copy paste. This game is actually, it's shorter than Breath of the Wild in a sense, but it's very fun. The characters, the music, I love the music. Music is has been, it's well done. uh Here, you have your basically your health on the left side, your stamina, the potion that you see on the right side, and then up you have for attack, and down the potion you have for defense, depending on what you do with it. um so you see now I'm running, and the stamina keeps going down, but now I'm using the horse, and then the horse has a stamina of its own. And you know so I'm running towards the statue right now, so I can see the overview of the world. uh, the game makes it easier enough for anyone to start the game, to know exactly what can they do, and and how they can do it. And I like the fact that there's certain games that they're going to show you that you need a lot of different combos that you need to do with a controller to be able to do this and that and that. In Phoenix, they actually do it in a better way. It's very, very simple. One button, one click, that's it. That's the only thing you need to think about. You don't have to think about anything else. The enemies are fun to fight with. Yes, they have like small dungeons, which is called, like, I think it's called the Depths of Tartarus, or they look like little volcanoes when you go in. That's how it looks like. So this is here the menu. So it shows that, I told you, you have your sword, your axe, your bow. You can change your cosmetic or anything. You can remove your helmet if you want, if you don't want it to show. I prefer not to show it with the helmet. So you have all of the information that you need. So as you can see, I'm missing at least another blade with different cosmetics. Same thing with the axes, and you have with the bow. So this is what I mean by when I was talking about the wings. So you see, you have a lot of different types that you start with. This one right here, the one I'm wearing here, This is the one for that I got throughout the game, but normally you start with this one and you can stick around. Doesn't make a difference. This is purely cosmetic, so it doesn't really change anything. So that's what you get, from normally in the game. You have your helmets, so you can see remove or not. You have different types of armor that gives you a lot of different types. You can change the way that it looks. So they took a lot of inspiration from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, when you can transmog a lot of your weapons and everything. See, this is your mounts. So this is what I got so far. So, and then this is where the different gods gives you kind of like certain power up abilities that you already have, but with them it helps you out. This is your skills and your godly powers. You see, you can upgrade every single one of them in certain way, which makes the game a little bit easier. A certain expanse and how the certain attack works as well. So, your skill tree is pretty straightforward and not very short, so that's really good. It gives you time. It's not too complicated, not a lot of blah blah and talks. So the map here, like I said, it looks small like this, but it's actually big when you're on the ground. The clouds that you see, it's because that I didn't scout the place yet. So which is the reason why you're seeing it this way, because I didn't scout it. I think throughout the video a little bit later on, I actually do it. Let's just see something here. Yeah, so this is where I got to the summit. And once you're in the summit, you can scout around and actually look at everything. That once you're at a higher place, you can press R3 and you can look far away and kind of discover places instead of you just figuring out, oh, wait, there's a chest over there by walking in the trees. You can do that if you want. But in that way, you can pinpoint, oh, there's one here, there's one there. Your controller is going to shake and tell you exactly where the chest is, or where there's a secret there, there's a vault there. The vault, yeah, Vault of Tartarus, that's how it's called. So the vaults are like the mini dungeons, and once you go in the vault, it's very ingenious the way that they did it, because you really have to think. There's some places that I was a little bit stuck, because you need to figure out how to get this ball from one end to the other and things like that. So I feel like this game does a very good job at bringing all those elements together. The four places that you can go, with the fifth one on the top and the latter one, which is your starting area. The landscape is different enough that makes it look really different from. It's not all the same, so that's why I really like. See, this is when you uncover, you scout, then it shows you exactly where it looks. So this is how each section pretty much goes the same way. And of course, yeah, just some people I left some pictures there. So this game does a really good job at it. I think I enjoyed it very much. So you see, this is what I was talking about. Here, you see it glows a little bit blue. Then it tells you, it says reveal. Then you press and it reveals something. So like this, when you're at a higher part of any statue, or the biggest ones, you can reveal a lot of different aspects in a lot of different landscape. See, Vault of Tartarus, exactly. So, so that's mainly how it goes throughout the game. You figure out a lot of puzzle. You, in a sense, yeah, like Breath of the Wild, figure out a lot of puzzle. The throughout the story, you're gonna hear a lot. You're gonna hear Zeus talking and the other gods. That's because he's telling the story of you technically. So that's why you're gonna hear them talk as if that this event already happened. I'm not gonna spoil exactly why, but I understood, since I finished the game, I understood why. The combos are pretty simple, as you can see here. I'm trying to, like, this is my upgrade combos, because normally when you start it just goes 1 2 3 and that's it. But then because I upgraded my skills, this is why I can do what I can do right now, exactly like this type of attack. So the skill that I looked See, different type of attack from the skills. So when I grab the enemy and I went towards the enemy, that skill can be used to lift rocks and to complete puzzles and things like that. But I used it towards with an enemy. Same thing with your bow and arrow. You can charge your bow and then you shoot, but then you can control the arrow exactly like Odyssey. You can steer it slowly, faster. It can go fast or slower. So the world is wonderful. The world is beautiful. I love the story. I love the way that it's it just it's very simple. This is what I like about it. It's simple. If you finish your job and you're really tired and you don't want to play like a complicated game that you have to think a lot and stuff like that, and you just want to play a little game just for fun, this is the best game you can have. See, I did a sneak attack on the bear. And you have like places where you can go around and find quests and keep going. So the world is big. The world is rich. It tells you a lot. Would I tell you, oh yeah, buy this game full price immediately? No. It's not that it's not worth it. It will depend on the person. But if it's on sale, let's say that it's like $40, yeah, yeah, that would actually, I would suggest for you to do that because it's actually worth it. It's a good game to have. So you have your enemies around. So it's very it's really interesting the way that they made enemies and the way that enemies attack you. The way your bird that I have here, that's the skills that I chose that the bird is throwing around and fireballs to help you out in the battle. And you can at the top, not at the top. Hold on. See here, right here, one it says L1. See the sign for the bird. So you can use it. It uses stamina, so you can use it as much as you like for that specifically. Um, so here, yeah, this is the part in the video where I did some fast travel to kind of like your main hideout, the Hall of the Gods. So you do have like a place you can go back and pretty much upgrade all your stuff and talk to people. So that's one of the dog gods. Here, this pool you can upgrade. This is where you can change the way your character looks. So that I personally really loved because see, I created it a girl because the way that the original Phoenix from the box is a woman, so I like to just keep in that direction personally. But in any time during the game, you could change to a man or to a female or to a female that has a beard or not. You can put any cosmetic. You can do that anytime, and it doesn't cost anything. So see, I changed the eyes color just like that, or you can change the hairstyle. And I found that that was actually pretty interesting. The fact that you can change in both ways, just as you like. So see here, there's a beard, and you could just do it if you want, no problem. So I like the fact that there's the possibility for you to do that. You can do it all the time if you want. Here is your daily task that you have, and see, I already did a bunch of things, and once I didn't even accept the quest, but it already gave me the prize because I did it in the world already. This is where you make your potion. This is where you upgrade your sword. This is where you upgrade your health. So the game tells you pretty straightforward. This what does what. See, I like the way that it just glides and you just stay put. I find that to be kind of like an angel that just comes down, or I don't know. I love that it's super simple, but I love that feature. I really do. So you see, you're just gliding there, no problem. Look around if you want. That's just if you go slow. See, on the right side says boost to hold, dive. That's what I did before, and drop. So overall, how much would on 10 would I give this game? I would give this game an 8. Why? Because as much as I had fun with this game, I do think that it was pretty straightforward and repetitive in a sense. The dungeons, the vaults are not repetitive. They're very much diverse for me to be able to go in every single one of them and have a different challenge. I just found the story to be quite straightforward. So I do give it, you know what? No, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because they did add like a bunch of stuff which that's just different in every region. 8.5. And I know that the DLC here that you will get pretty much shows you a different character that you'll be playing with Chinese mythology. So that's a DLC that's coming up, and then there's another DLC where when you're playing with another different character, and so this game has a lot of potential. They're adding a lot of different stuff, and I'm really happy that they were able to make it this way. So for the people who thinks that oh this is just a Breath of the Wild clone, it is not. Is it worth it to buy it? Yes, it is. And but like I said, like don't go kill yourself to go buy it immediately. But if you do have the cash, you know in these times things are tough. You want to have a little session where things are quite fine. The game can be quite difficult if you want it to be because the difficulty goes to a really higher one, which is difficult. I tried it and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's my honest review for Immortal Fenyx Rising. And I don't know how is it on PS4, PS4 Pro. I was playing it on PS5, but inside the option you can put that it concentrates on performance or graphic wise. So you'll be the judge for that. So that's pretty much it for me. Take care, guys.